What's up, peace, light, and love? I'm Shakesha, the pretty priestess. I'm bringing a divine oracle message. The message is divine. The timing is divine. When you get this message is when you were supposed to receive this message. I'm going to start off with thanking the spiritual supports for assisting me in delivering this message. Let's see what message that we have right now. I'm starting out with the tarot cards. I have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands comes in to remind you to step into your power, to be confident, to be creative, to be courageous. But when this Queen of Wands is in reverse, this is an opportunity for us to really start to fine tune it so that we can shift more into that bold, creative, and assertive, because it's starting to show up in a different way. When we don't feel as confident as we should, this is when the Queen of Wands energy gets turned around and we're not really expressing our most creative or our most confident self. The dragonfly came through, stopped by to let us know, remind us, and encourage us that truth transcends illusions. See, when this dragonfly comes through, this is all about this transformational energy, right? Our obstacle is really making sure that we're able to surpass that, right? See, because when we start stepping into a frequency, when we start making this change, right, we look kind of back at the past like, maybe this ain't the way that I should be going. Maybe this ain't really my calling, right? But truth will transcend illusions because something clicks in, something shows up for you that makes you a little bit more receptive, a little bit more balanced, so that you can kick in and start really creating this foundation of really stepping into any direction that you were needing to go into. So when this dragonfly shows up, this is a point of encouragement, letting you know that truth definitely transcends illusions. And what that means is that regardless of what any other naysayers, player haters, alligators within or around you may be saying, trust and know what your truth is, because it absolutely transcends illusions. When you have integrity and when you step into your power, there ain't nothing nobody else can say to kind of stop you from doing what you came here to do, my love. This is where it's at right now. The goddess Sybil comes through to encourage and remind us and give us this recommended action. She's asking us to acknowledge your animal nature. Are some of us out here in these streets pretending like we somebody we really ain't, trying to pretend we're a little bit more polished, a little more prim, a little more pristine than from what the program has taught us needs to be, how we need to show up, right? Are we changing who we are? Are we fine-tuning that animal essence within us? You know, sometimes, many times, it is that uniqueness, it's that uniqueness that makes us great. When this goddess Sybil comes through reminding us to acknowledge that animal nature in us, she's telling us it's time for us to keep it $1.50, to keep it real. So when we're out here, we're navigating, we're trying to really step into our power and find that creative confidence that we can step into to make this whole struggle just go a little bit easier. When we start tapping into this authenticity that Sybil is trying to connect us through by telling us to really connect with our animal nature. That don't mean that you turn around, act a fool, and turn this piece out, right? What it means, though, is that you really embrace and honor both sides of yourself, right? Because you have that refined side of you, and you also have that animalistic nature side of you. It's the wolf and the dog, right? And you really want to be able to fine-tune it so that you can streamline and walk the line. And when this goddess shows up, giving us this acknowledgement of that animal nature, this is letting us know that we really need to keep it real. $1.50. Because at the end of the day, the card that came through is that you can gradually change your vibration and your frequency. Because there's no thought that you can eventually have, just as there's no place that you can eventually reach from wherever you are. You cannot instantly jump into a thought that has a vibrational frequency of the different thoughts from what you are usually thinking. And this card right here is letting you know all about, at the end of the day, when you step into your power, when you step into your confidence, when you recognize that truth transcends the illusion. See, this card right here is letting us know the true essence of that whole meaning of truth transcending illusion. Because when you start to tap in and tune into that frequency, when you start to really get adjusted to the direction that you're trying to go into, you get yourself in alignment, right? That truth of who you are will transcend anything, because you have shifted your vibrational frequency to get into alignment with your most confident and creative self. And it will be your truth, but you got to walk in your power and you got to own it. This skunk's coming through telling you to know your worth. The panther comes through too, bringing another message just to reinforce what's being said right here, where you got to reclaim your power. You got to make this your process. This is what needs to happen. Stay true. Peace and light. Peace and love.